guys, and welcome back to the Eclectic Aficionado. I am Shelby.
And I am Alexis from Shelf Life Extension.
So today we are doing the Guess That book based off the book cover tag. I don't really know what it's called. We'll put it up there later. So I think we're just going to jump right into it. You're such a creeper. Alright, so the first one is The Eyes of the Dragon by Stephen King. Do tell, what do you think it's about, darling?
Okay, well, it's gonna be about dragons. It's gonna be, okay, I see a hawk here, right? So, let's see. There's not much here. Stephen King, so it's gonna be all crazy mysterious. There's gonna be like blood and murder and gore.
Yeah.
There's gonna be, okay, so there's this knight, you know, tall, fair-haired, handsome, and he is given the task of finding this crazy dragon who is hidden away, and he's like destroying the land and the people and killing them, and he has to come and slay this dragon. And he meets this dragon, right? He finds the dragon, but he realizes he's not evil at all. I'm kidding.
You can't even take yourself seriously.
No. Yeah, it's about a guy who has to do things with the dragon.
So your final answer?
Yeah.
So you got the mystery and murder and intrigue part, right? So in this book, it talks about how the prince is basically, he's framed, so you think. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm going to leave that open-ended. For the murder of his father, the king, and really the dragon's already dead. His dad slayed it, and his head was mounted on a wall.
Oh.
But it was a secret passage, and you can see behind his eyes. Like, you can peek in, like, alright, what's going on? So it follows the prince's storyline about how he goes to jail and, you know, what happens from there. It's actually a pretty good read. It feels a little bit dense at parts. It feels like it might be a little bit, like, tame. But really, just, it still pulls you in and keeps you going.
Cool.
You're getting there.
Except that the dragon is dead.
And it wasn't even about a dragon at all, really. It's about murder.
I know.
King for you.
I know. I was like, it's Stephen King, so this is wrong.
So
I'm not that obscure. I can't get
the next one is from one of my all-time favorite, like, universes in the book realms, which I don't know if a lot of people have heard of it because it's pretty old. They're still coming out with books. They're pumping them out. But it's from the Forgotten Realms fantasy adventure series, and this one is entitled Azure Bonds, which it's by Kate Novak and Jeff Grubb. And this is the first one in a trilogy, and this is from the Finder's Stone trilogy.
Finder's Stone trilogy.
Yeah, so do tell what that's about, darling.
Okay, so it's called Forgotten
Bonds.
Realms, a fantasy adventure, Azure Bonds. So it's about this lady knight, and she looks badass, and she has to go on a quest to find this stone, right? Because it's a Finder's Stone. So she has to go on this quest to find the stone, and she brings along this guy who, what the fuck is that?
He's a Sariel.
Yeah, she brings along that thing. Whatever. It looks like a... What dinosaur is that?
Yeah.
Looks like a dinosaur thing. Ducky's mom. What Ducky is.
Yeah,
you know, Ducky is from the Land of Wartime. So she has to bring him along as her companion and like bodyguard and stuff. And he's like, you know, whatever. So yeah, and then you find out that this stone is actually hidden away in a realm, another realm, a forgotten realm, kind of like parallel realms and things, and you have to go through like crazy different tasks to like get into that parallel world to get the stones, and then the stones fucking give you power over the land or something.
So you're going on the right track, kind of. She is a badass knight, and at some point he does join her, but at first he's not a friend. He seems to be a foe. And then eventually, and like, there's a communication barrier because he doesn't speak like human tongue. He speaks Sorial and stuff. And so it's been a while since I read this, so I'll just read the back. Her name is Alias, and she is in big trouble. She's a sellsword, a warrior for hire, and an adventuress. She awoke with a series of twisting magical blue sigils inscribed on her arm, and no memory of where she got them. Determined to learn the nature of the mysterious tattoo, Alias joins forces with an unlikely group of companions: the halfling bard, Rasketel, the southern mage, Akabar, and the oddly silent lizard man, Dragonbait. I've always loved that name for him. Dragonbait. Look at that guy. He's Dragonbait. Yeah. Anyway, with their help, she discovers that the symbols hold the key to her very existence. But those responsible for the sigils aren't keen on Alias's continued good health, and if the 5 evil masters find her first, she may discover all too soon their hideous secret. This is a cool fucking series, you guys.
Why is it called Forgotten Realms?
It's just the overall name of it. It's because it's based around the sci-fi fantasy world of elves and magic and darkness and other realms and other worlds. So like it's forgotten. It's the Forgotten Realms.
Got it.
So, and all these books pretty much in some way or another are interconnected. They're like Marvel Universe. It's all one big thing.
Fun.
So that's why these are fucking cool. Like I've read a couple of them where like all of a sudden you're like, what? They just hinted towards another book. What? It's really cool. So speaking of Forgotten Realms.
What the fuck?
Here's another one. So this is the book 1 in the Dark Elf trilogy at the very beginning, and these ones are still pumping out. This is based around, well, anyway, I'll say that afterwards. So this one is called Homeland by R.A. Salvatore.
Okay. So I feel like,
Do you feel like saying something?
I feel like this is freaking like Thor status, Marvel status. So, Dark Elves. We got this guy. You know? Yeah, he is.
Yep.
So, we got this guy as a Dark Elf. Homeland. Being that their homeland was overtaken by some fucking asshole taking over and like killing him, murder him, so they all had to go in hiding. So, this guy is like, you know, screw you guys, we're gonna take back our homeland and take back like the power that's all seated there and like, oh, crazy magic. Like, get back their history and culture and stuff. What is that? Is that a cat? Is that a rat? Got a little animal companion.
It's a panther spirit.
Okay, yeah, so panther spirit. That can, you know, follows him and goes with him on his adventures and his task and journey.
So again, you're kind of going towards the right track, but with these kind of books, you can't take, it's more literal than you think. Like literally this is his homeland and this is where they're from, the Dark Elves. So way back in the day, the High Elves or the Light Elves or, you know, the fair folk fought with their brethren and they split, and so they live in a place called the Underdark, or the, like, which is basically, they live underground, which is why they're Dark Elves and they have the dark skin and, you know, all that stuff. And why they're like, they don't like the daylight and like, they kind of like, they're almost vampire-ish. So this follows the story of Drizzt. He is kind of like your, I mean, he's not really middle class exactly. They have a weird like caste system in here, and they have it's a monarchy. So they're ruled by women because they have the spider god Lilith. No, not Lilith. It's oh my gosh, I forget what she's called, but she's the crazy spider one, like their god deity thing. And then they have like priestesses, and like men are basically taken like for granted. Like if you're her husband, you're like, whatever, I don't care, I can disown you whenever I want to. They're the second class citizen. Like seriously, this separation of sex is crazy. Women are stronger, women are better, all this shit. So it follows the story of Drizzt and how some crazy stuff happens, and he kind of decides to go explore the Underdark with his little cat here, Gwenviver, who's a spirit panther, and he's actually ensconced in like this little figurine type deal that he carries with him. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yep. So here, travel back to strange and exotic Menzoberranzan, the vast city of the Drow, and homeland to Icewind Dale hero Drizzt Do'Urden, the young prince. Oh, he's the prince of a royal house. Okay, so they have a bunch of royal houses. Okay. So there's a bunch of different, yeah. Drizzt grows to maturity in the vile world of his dark kin. Possessing honor beyond the scope of his unprincipled society, young Drizzt faces an inevitable dilemma. Can he live in a world that rejects integrity? Yeah, so in there, they're like ruthless, cutthroat. They will throw any... It's kind of like Game of Thrones, but on crack.
Yeah.
They will kill their sister in their sleep if that means they can get one step up the rung. It's some crazy shit, and he's very noble and very like, I like to do what's right and tell the truth. And they're like, what are you? Are you really a drow? So you follow that story, and it's pretty cool.
Alright.
I read this back in middle school. It was pretty good. Still love him.
That was close.
Kind of close. I mean, there was hints of... I gave you half point. Okay. And this last one is A Pleasure to Burn, which is a compilation of Fahrenheit 451 stories by Ray Bradbury. So here you go.
I've never read Fahrenheit 451. Okay, so... Oh, man. A Pleasure to Burn. This is gonna be about... Okay, so it's stories. What the hell is Fahrenheit 451 about? That would make more sense.
It's good you don't know what it's about then. Guess.
Is it satire?
No, it's more of like a glimpse into what society could be like.
Oh, okay. So is it like a dystopian kind of like...
A little bit.
Kind of like apocalyptic...
Not apocalyptic,
future.
but dystopian.
Okay. Okay, so this is all, okay, fuck.
Gave you a tough one.
This ain't giving me anything. Dystopian. Okay, it's gonna be a whole bunch of little stories taken from different point of views of people who are part of the society and their views and their struggles within the society and how much the society sucks and what they would change and how it needs to change and how
you're okay. You're okay. So, A Pleasure to Burn is a compilation of the little mini stories that eventually pulled together to create Fahrenheit 451. So, like, these were all just little short stories he wrote, and then he was like, oh, wait, these pieces fit together. Oh my god, Fahrenheit 451! And so Fahrenheit 451 follows, I don't remember his name, but he's a fireman in a faraway future where books are banned and they're legal and they burn them. And if you're found with a book, you can be sentenced to jail or death, depending. It's like sometimes they'll burn you with your books. So they're very underground, all this kind of stuff, and he grows a conscience and you follow his story. So in here, it actually comes from like some of the stories you're like, that came from left field or like from the universe. It just came from nowhere. And you can see if you've read Fahrenheit 451, you can see where he pulls from different stories in here. Like some follow girls, some follow guys, some are kind of like intergalactic, others are like he straight pulled it from the legit mini story. So you just kind of follow that and how it's dystopian in the future, and like your walls are like TV screens and you have these little things in your ears called like conch shells, or I think something shells. And basically you just zone out and you watch TV and you don't have relationships anymore. And how he finally is like, he steals his first book, and firemen are allowed to steal a certain number of books. You know, you turn a blind eye because you're like, ooh, I wonder. And so that follows the story of this one firefighter, book burner. 451 is the temperature at which a book will burn or combust. It's a good read. So I recommend you reading 451 first and then quite possibly migrating your way to this. And that's that, you guys. So I think we're gonna go now, and I'm gonna go pass out because it is way past my bedtime and Alexis needs to, I don't know, do whatever that Alexis does. So thanks for watching, you guys. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And also don't forget to do the same to Alexis, my beautiful lover face. Also, sorry about our slightly unlovely faces. Yes! It's been a long day. She just woke up. So, bare skinning it. Talk about the bare necessity of the bare necessity. Okay, yeah, it's time for me to go sleep, guys. I'm delirious. So I will see you next time. See ya!